Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay
Doctor.
then.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's start with group 1, and please turn on the camera, everybody. Just the debaters only, all right? The rest of you no need. Later you will turn on the camera. So now I believe that you already decided which two of you are government and which two of you are opposition. Okay then, so okay, then let's start our debate. So your topic is 18 years old should be allowed to vote or not, right? Okay then, so first speaker, you have 1 minute and 30 seconds. You can start now.
Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Yes.
Assalamualaikum and good evening to everyone. My name is Nur Shamidia Zaida binti Zulkifli and I am a speaker 1. My team partner is Eminda Natasha binti Salahuddin and she is speaker 3. For today's debate topic is should individuals who are 18 years old be allowed to vote? For this topic, from this topic and statement, I agree that individuals who are 18 years old should be allowed to vote. It is because individuals who are 18 years old can think maturely. They also already exposed with this kind of knowledge about politics, so I think they can make a choice wisely. For example, last time, Sheikh Sadi introduced a new rule in voting, which is individuals who are 18 years old can start to list their name to vote. From the decision made, I believe that government trusts individuals who are 18 years old that they can think maturely and make a good choice for future. That's all from me.
Okay. Next, 1 minute.
Whether for this side of the house, we as to the opposition strongly believe that this is not true. I, Fatin, as the first speaker, will be talking about the limitation of knowledge on politics, and Sazwin, as our second speaker, will be elaborate on lack of better judgment. I will reboot the first speaker point, then I will prove my more point why I disagree of the statement. 18 years old cannot think maturely, as there are many factors that influence their way of thinking. Nowadays, teenagers are having difficulties to stable themselves as they are just graduate from school and they need to be more, they can be more mature in a short amount of time. So the limitation of knowledge as the result, as there are no room and space that they can in school, as there are no subject or syllabus that being taught on school that stress on the importance of politics. 18 years old also can be easily swayed by the media, by the information of the media. So I would like to stress that 18 years old should
Okay,
not be
time's up.
allowed to
All
vote.
right.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay, next person, 1 minute.
Good afternoon to the represented speaker, Honorable Judge, and the opposite team. Some like having power in their hands, others didn't have what was going on. So in my opinion, as a government team, I totally agree about this statement because there would be a lot of family were talking about politics at home. I admit that individuals who are 18 years old will lack of knowledge, like the opposition team said earlier, but we must remember that the family central role in forming the individual's political personality and its role as the main source for the children. So the child therefore tends to identify with his parents and to adopt their outlook toward the political system. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, next person.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Speaker 3. But I'm not sure that you realize that some parents can be misleading and wrong too. If parents have biased opinion, the children's decision will be swayed. Now, I would like to point out our main topic for today and state that I disagree with it. I strongly believe that 18-year-olds should not be allowed to vote because they lack of better judgment. The responsibility of voting is really heavy as it could shape the future of our country. Now, most teenagers do not have a proper understanding of how the government works, and that results to them not being able to make good decisions. Especially those who are not aware of the current affairs. And most people in their age receive information from social media, which is not the right information. Sorry, it's not the right source for correct information, and they might end up following other people's choices instead of deciding themselves. Thank you. That's all from me.
Okay. Remind me again, did I give you 1 minute to prepare earlier? No. No, okay, I'm so sorry. Okay, so before we begin the phase 2, I give you 1 minute to prepare. All right?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right, time's up. Okay, then let's go back to speaker 1. You have 1 minute to rebut your opponent. You can start now.
As a government, I disagree with Speaker Two's opinion from opposition team, which is she is disagree with the statement because of limitation of knowledge. From what I said just now, government made a decision that individuals who are 18 years old can start to list their name. That means government believes that individuals who are 18 years old already has enough knowledge about politics. Otherwise, government will not make such a big decision that can give effects to our country. For example, many schools were advocating a program about politics to their students to expose and encourage them to vote. I'm sorry, but I'm totally disagree with Speaker Two's opinion. That's all from me.
I would like to defend my point on the limitation of knowledge, as the political views are found to be 6 old, as they are just graduate from school, and they are still figure out about every scenario that revolve around them. So I think that the limitation of knowledge on politics is one of the factors that not allow the 18 years old to be voted. I would like to raise the point on the I would like to raise the point on family that play a big influence for 18 years old views on politics. Nowadays, many families are really talk about politics in their house, as it will create an opinion about political parties, and also it will create a good environment around them. And so 18 years old will be left hanging without any knowledge about politics, and they are not be prepared
All right.
enough to be voted, as it will create a
Okay.
big mess for our country. Thank
Okay.
you.
Next.
Thank you, Speaker 2. Now, I will refute the argument presented by the opposition team from Speaker Opposition Shazwin. Others question if they were mature enough to vote at 18 years old, especially those who are not keeping abreast with current affairs. It's obvious that individuals who are 18 years old will lack of better judgment than the oldest, like the second speaker from opposition team said. However, we have to remember that their parents was the main influence to their children. As we know, the father becomes the prototypical authority figure and thereby initiates the child's view of political authority. Moreover, the politicization process, at least in America, is basically complete when they was 13 years old. So why not in Malaysia, they changed the rule and sets as early as 18 years old to vote, right?
Okay. Welcome. All right, next, 1 minute.
All right, thank you. I'd like to review with speaker one's point. Personally, I do not think that 18-year-olds can think maturely. I doubt that very much. Here is the case. The age of 18 is a clueless junction where young adults are trying to define their future. Most of them do not even have a clear understanding of who they are as a person yet. How does one make decisions maturely and accordingly with that condition? And moreover, the information they mostly receive on social media does not reflect maturity at all. Most of the times, they just gather other people's point of view and make it as their own. Thank you. That's all for me.
All right. Okay, opposition, please conclude.
Okay. While admitting that 18-year-olds are capable of thinking maturely and would have influence from parents, we should not disregard that they also lack knowledge and lack better judgment that could influence their decisions to make for the future of our country. Therefore, we as the opposition team stand by our opinion that 18-year-olds must not be allowed to vote. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Group 1, so you're done. I can please remain here. You can turn off the camera now.